Been out here since 8 a.m. It's somewhere between 1 and 2, something like that. And I think I might have finally gotten something going here. This with this guy, in case the title didn't give you a hint, I had the block heater on since 6 a.m. Had the blowtorch going since 8, and I opened the door because I was going to try the gas rag trick, but it wasn't firing. But I noticed something interesting. I couldn't crack all 4 injector lines at the injectors, so I cracked this one here. I noticed now it's dripping. And if we go up here, let's see if our light will turn on. Seems to be a hell of a lot of fuel down here, and I noticed some fuel is dribbling out of the end of the line here. So I'm going to reconnect, close up all the fuel lines here, or injector lines I should say, and I'm going to try and start this this puppy. See how we go here. I haven't used any starting aids because I don't want to. There's how much diesel I've wasted bleeding. It's fairly warm here today. As you can hear, that's rain falling on the homemade door here. And yeah, this has not been a good day because I spent the whole morning while the blowtorch was heating up the truck, shoveling off the roof of the house. There. I was using the other side is clean, this side is mostly done. But I had a bit of bad luck. The ice knocked the chimney off my shop. So I got the blowtorch only now, and I think I might move it to this side here. But I'm going to leave that till the summertime. I'll just rely on the blowtorch. It was the primary source of heat in here anyways. Anyways, let's get to it. I'm going to close all your, tighten up all the injector lines, and I'll, when I start it, or try to start it, I'll turn you guys back on. Okay, so I'm sitting behind the wheel, such as it is. Oh. And I'm going to try and crank this thing. I've got it on start. I've closed the throttle. Open throttle? No, close the throttle. And we're going to crank. And if this runs, I'm not going to let it run very long because I don't really want to smoke out the shot. But if it starts, then I know it'll start the next time. Look at that, eh? Motherfucker, eh? There you go. So, what did I learn? Learned not to give up. I learned to never let this thing run out of fuel again. Learned that there's a lot of great people on YouTube. Thanks a lot for your help. Holy moly, this thing was a pig to bleed. I think what made the difference was cracking all of the injector lines. Now, the last time I ran this out of fuel, I ran it out during the winter time, and I never had that much trouble getting it going again. I don't remember it being that much trouble. I never had to crack the injector lines. I just bled the filters in the injector pump. But yeah, holy moly. I will never let that happen again. So, I wasn't able to find that Diesel 911 that Velvet Hammer was recommending, but I did find this stuff. I dumped one full jug into the tank, and I couldn't find the Diesel 911. Nobody had it in stock, so I dumped about the secondary fuel filter. I dumped that half full of this stuff, and then filled the rest with diesel. I just let it fill up from the other filter so that it was, you know, fairly clean diesel. Oh, Christ. Okay, so now what the hell am I doing here? Well, I really would like to put the blower back on here and blow out the driveway again because it's just slush. Vicky tried to get up the driveway and she had to park across, or I ended up parking a car for her across the road at the neighbor's place because it was just a slush pile of driveway. And they delivered propane today, and that guy didn't get stuck, but it was lucky he didn't. So, I'll tell you some of the steps that I did to get this going. Let's try and make this somewhat educational, other than the fact that maybe it was just persistence that did it. Okay, so first thing I started off doing was I actually dropped by the tractor dealership yesterday when I was looking for some of that Diesel 911, and the guy suggested that I try blowing out some of the lines, like the line between the secondary fuel filter and the injector pump. Now that line doesn't come off very easy, so what I did was I just took the bleeder out of here. I took the secondary fuel filter off and blew it out that way, and that was when I found out that that is not the primary. That doesn't go to the primary. The primary comes in somewhere else, because that's actually the return line, because I heard fuel blooping in the trunk in the back as I did that. So I learned something there. I think this is also a return line of some sort, because it taps into the return lines on the injectors. So the only thing I could figure is that this must be the one from the primary right here. Even though it's a braided line on the other side, I'm not sure why it's a hard line on this side. But anyways, that's what I did there. So I ended up blowing out some fuel out of the thing there. I looked for any other bleeder lines on this thing here. There was nothing. I took, good or a bad idea, I took this little cap that's in the center off to see what would happen. There was diesel in there. Drained that little bit of that, put it back on. I don't think that made any difference. I'll be honest, I think all of what it was cracking all of the injector lines made the difference. So anyways, so now what am I going to do with this damn thing? Well, so I got it in the shop, and I don't really feel like going out in the rain to hook that thing up and do anything. I got some lights that are bad, so I think I'll fix the lights today, and I think one of these works and one of them is intermittent, so it's probably just a bad connection, so I'll fix those. I got some other ones exactly like this I want to put on the back, so I might put those on. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm just glad I got this thing going. Thanks a lot for, well, once again, thanks a lot guys for your help. It's one of those situations where just persistence just finally paid off. So there you go. And just for Milo, somebody is sleeping on top of the amp. Even though, oh, I woke her up. Even though she's got a bum warmer over here, a heated bum warmer, and all that. The other two kitties that are vacationing in here also don't like the blowtorch, or they like the tractor. Anyways, guys, later. There you go. Running like a top, as my grandfather used to say.